Star Wars Geek Girl. They're geek girls that like Star Wars. And sometimes cry. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Rogue Rebels podcast. I need, echo there.
This echo?
I feel like, no, you go away. I just feel like some nice effects would make that, maybe if I was just a little more child in a mask, or I had some sort of apparatus.
Why would you wish for that?
That way I can, sound extra cool when I introduce things.
Just change your voice.
I did that, but, you can only change it so much without apparatus.
Next time you should introduce as Hondo.
Hi, Lizzy.
Hi.
Welcome to the Rogue Rebels podcast.
Hi, I am here.
Also,
who are you?
I'm Sal.
Sal who?
Sal P.
You peed?
Sal P. My initial. SP. Both of my initials. R.
I have XG or S or XS. What are the initials of the guest we have?
ZH. SWGG.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I hear of dog battle.
Go away. Here's someone close the door. And they will be exiled. Into exile. I must go. Hi, Zoe. Welcome to the Rogue Rebels podcast. And thank you for having us on Star Wars Geek Girl podcast.
Yes.
Now you can do your
Zoe.
turn.
I am Zoe of the Star Wars Geek Girl podcast, which I do with Lizzy. Lizzy is the connecting tissue here.
I am.
I was going to say
so
not today,
connective.
but yeah, now you the connective tissue and that messes up my whole joke, but let's keep going.
Or I can be fat.
I don't like that either.
Collagen.
So, what are we talking? Oh, well, yeah, what are we talking? Zoe, where can people find you? Should they be looking for you? Do you want people finding you?
The government?
Not in real life, but
Okay,
on the internet, that's cool.
Cool. No addresses.
You can find me. Well, you can find the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes and places you listen to podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts.
The name of the podcast is?
It's called Star Wars Geek Girl.
Yes.
On Facebook, it is also Star Wars Geek Girl. On Twitter, it's SW Geek Girl, because Star Wars Geek Girl was taken.
SW Geek Girl. She is a geek girl who likes Star Wars.
Yes.
And sometimes cries.
That is our theme song.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who made that.
I think it sounds beautiful. Whoever does it has the voice of an angel. You guys got some real talent in there. How much did that cost?
$1,000.
Licensing rights. All right. You can find this podcast you're listening to now wherever you found it. You're welcome. Also, check us out at theroguerebels.com for all things Rebels.
Yes.
Rogue Rebels. Not to be confused with...
Rouge Rebels.
Yeah, that. Never confuse it with that. And I don't think... What do we got up there lately? Not a whole lot, but I've just read a bunch of comics, and I'm about to talk about my favorite parts. So
we're going to talk about a book. My favorite
we are going to
book.
talk about a book soon, but that one probably might not be up
Black Spire.
till next month. But yes, my wife finished Black Spire. You have finished Black Spire,
yes.
And I have finished Black Spire. Zoe, did you finish Black Spire? Okay, that's enough.
She read about it.
I didn't. Yeah, I read about it, and also you talked about it a lot.
I like Wikipedia, and I like referring to things, but then also I don't like the story, man. You can't just read the thing about the story.
It's on my reading list. The reading list is just very long because I'm very behind.
It should be at the
understand.
top.
Well, let's just put it this way, Zoe. If you were going to nope, that's not a word. You were going to pick 2 books from this year's Star Wars releases, I, as your friend, would recommend Black Spire and probably Master and Apprentice. I think those.
I read Master and Apprentice.
That was really good. Lizzie didn't read that one.
No.
Well, you're wrong, Lizzie.
What
You're
did I
wrong.
what did I do?
I don't know. Read it.
It's good stuff, dude. Ray Lavaros. Okay.
I do like when I hear like a audiobook and Qui-Gon's in it because they overdo it.
She's talking about Dooku Jedi Lost, and the Qui-Gon is like, Master, what we going to do?
Yeah,
and he was like
What are we
super
going
Scottish.
to do, Master?
I
Going
just
to do,
have
Master.
a couple hours of that. That's what I'm listening to right now. And
Okay.
the teenage Dooku voice annoyed the crap out of me.
Okay.
So I'm so glad I'm done with that.
I don't mind teenage Dooku voice. It's really what throws me off is adult Dooku just doesn't sound like Dooku.
No.
So like, 3/4 of the way into the book, every time I came on, I'm like, all right, that's Dooku. I forget, like, because it doesn't sound anything like, he doesn't sound like twice the pride, double the fall.
and
Like,
they don't say like, "Oh, Dooku said."
yeah,
like-
yeah. And there's a lot less
Like-
exposition.
And that was one thing where, like, listening to the teenage parts, like, when I would listen and then stop and do something and then go back to listening, I'd be like, is this Sifo Dyas or Dooku? And it'd, like, take a little bit for me to figure it out.
Understandable. Okay, so yeah,
Wait, people
check
can
us out at the
find me
What?
on Fortnite. I'm Trapper Wolf. I renamed my account. It's XX Trapper Wolf XX.
But she still hasn't beat Jedi Fallen Order.
No, because it's glitching too much.
It's fixed. I tell you, it's fixed.
I doubt that.
It's
I
working.
died through a cutscene. You
I
can't
literally,
fix that.
I got through the cutscene just fine, and it's been great for like a week. So play it now before it glitches again. Okay, we have a Facebook page, so look up The Rogue Rebels, and we are on Instagram at The Rogue Rebels. I am on Twitter at Salamic Music. If you want to talk to me for some reason. Recent show plugs for Star Wars Geek Girl. Go ahead, guys.
Recent, well, we recorded an episode, but I didn't actually hit record, right?
So basically, you hung out for a while, had a great time
We
in a
talked-
conversation.
We did.
For 2.5 hours about Rise of Skywalker, made breakthroughs,
Oh,
and they're gone.
interesting.
So,
Zoe,
Oh, God.
I can only offer you this. No one's ever really gone.
God.
files could be gone, though.
It's true. Files can be gone. All right.
But it was fun.
It was a good time.
We
Yeah.
watched Rebels before that because I didn't
Resistance.
watch it. Oh, my bad.
Rebels?
No.
What?
Same thing, just a different word. Resistance.
STAHP. Stop.
Resistance. I met Buddy and Freddie.
Yeah, she
Oh.
carried Freddie around my whole house because
Okay.
he wouldn't
Yeah,
stop barking at her.
He's
How
not heavy, but he's heavy after a while.
How are they? Were they like nicer than Echo was to you?
Yes.
Yes, Freddie barked a lot, but then I picked him up and he was okay. And then Buddy kept trying to attack me.
Buddy was just trying to hump your leg
That
because
was
he likes
attacking.
affection. They,
That's assault, brother.
yeah, but there was no biting.
No, there wasn't. So it was good. And he got over it. It was fine.
All right. What are we talking about today, guys?
And the dogs are outside crying, Dad.
This fool's crying and the door is literally open. He is afraid to push it. He feels helpless, but really, he's making the cage himself. A lesson.
Oh, so, I don't remember Kanan's quote about that. Oh, a prison, one of their own making.
Yeah. Yeah, if Chird was here, Chird would tell Echo, I sense you carry your prison with you wherever you go.
Anyway, okay, Mutiny.
The Mutiny. Excuse me.
The Mutiny.
Okay.
Meeting with Athano.
Okay, since the trailer for season 2 dropped, I was like, oh, it's Athano, it's the Crimson Corsair, it's what else do they call him? The Blood Buccaneer. Yet.
Really?
Yeah, I like.
I hate the word Buccaneer. I
Buccaneer?
can't take it seriously.
I feel like.
I think it's because when I was little, instead of Buchanan, I said Buchanan.
Okay, that makes sense. Also, at Axel's other school, it was the his mascot was the Buccaneers.
Oh yeah.
So and they were like little pirate guys, and I was like, I don't know, is this okay? But anyway, I like Athano, and there's not much we have other than he was on like Takodana one time. And then,
he was in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, and he's in Rise of Skywalker.
The book.
And then he has a little story with the lost treasure of Count Dooku, which is
talks
a
in this
dude.
one. Like
Yeah,
he
he
did.
does.
Okay, he did. He like doesn't talk the entire time during the book, and then afterwards, one of his guys is like, "Oh, you never talk." Blah blah blah. He's like, "Yeah," and then he talks.
Yeah. And then
now
in
he's
Force
just talking
Awakens,
all
he
the
doesn't
time.
speak basic, and then this
Right.
one, he's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
One, he might have Duolingo.
Yeah.
Two, I just like the idea that he just does whatever he wants, and I feel like the book is like consistent with that, where he's like, you never talk, nobody's ever seen you talk, the legends are of the unspeaking, like, silent person. Yeah, that's me.
I just liked when the guy goes over to kill him. He's like, "You're my enemy, but for years, blah blah." And then Athano doesn't remember him.
Dude, that is like better than Thanos. Like that's like so like you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Like, but he does it like much better. It's like I am your arch enemy ever since you disgraced me. What was your name again? You look semi-familiar.
No, but like he doesn't even talk. He just like looks at him like kind of confused, and he's like, "What?"
Okay, so I was cool to see him, and I've been waiting for him to come back. And when he's introduced in the trailer, it's like, oh, watch out, there might be bounty hunters after you. And then,
yeah.
and then they show him, and it's all cool. And now he's like, hey, I'm gonna sell you these droids. Bye forever.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad, but maybe we'll see him again.
So I was sad
I wanted
that
to
he was
see.
in there for 90
I wanted
seconds.
to see Kix, because like when I
Yeah.
asked that question at the premiere, like I guess that was my fault. I took it as like, oh, because they were
They didn't
like,
say no.
yeah, they didn't say no, but they didn't say yes.
Yeah.
So it was like one of those questions. So I was like, oh, then maybe there is a chance.
It was a very Star Wars answer where they're like, I'm not gonna say no. Anything's possible.
Yeah, that's what they
You know?
And I was like,
she was like, awesome. But to be
I
fair,
thought it would have been cool if like Kix came out and like was unloading the thing or something.
I thought we were gonna see more of the crew.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite expect to see Kix, but we didn't see Quiggled. We didn't see, what's her name? Like,
I don't know. I only care
Her name
about
starts with a
Kix.
K. Actually, that's the only people I know in the crew.
Okay.
Maybe
there's a
Kix
Gamorrean,
was
right?
just like freaked out because there's battle droids, you know? Because like we saw like in Rebels, Rex
Yeah.
was like freaked out by the battle droids. So like, and Kix, because of the carbon freezing, that's even more recent memory for him. So like,
It
you
was
know?
literally like yesterday.
Yeah. So like maybe he's like, you guys deal with that stuff. I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah. Good idea. Well, like I said, nobody came out. Everybody was like asleep when he did
Yeah.
this.
This is like 2 a.m.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, dude, I need backup. I'm about to gotta get pirates, dude." And like they're like, "It's fine, you got this."
But you know, what's his name? Kragan? Yeah. He's like, dude, you should sell them to me for less, and then he doesn't.
Yeah.
Because Ithano don't like that.
Yeah, he's like, "Nah, dude, we had a deal." So he sells them battle droids, old school super battle droids.
Doza and the Lockdown.
So we get back, and Doza's like, "What's going on? Like, I need to be in control. These guys aren't helping, and the ship's supposed to be on lockdown, and they're going all places." And they like throw the cargo out the window.
Yeah, and
I thought that was cool.
They brought like supplies, like actual
Yeah.
supplies, and
So they were like, "Yeah, like no, we are helping." You know,
Yeah.
like that was cool. He's like, "No, man, I brought supplies.
yeah,
I'm
and then Doza's
helping."
like, I'm keeping an eye on you, and then they leave, and then Kragan's like, dude, I'm totally gonna capture these guys.
Well, he brings in the stuff, and then Sonara's like, "What are you doing? What's going on?" And he's like, "Relax, just go hang out with your friends." And then turns around to battle droids, and he's like,
Yeah, and then Sonara's like, wonder what they're up to. Like, what?
"Sonara, look around the corner.
I think she needs like glasses.
They're right there." So they're like, "Niku's got his own job," and Kaz is like, "What? But Niku's supposed to be like engineer guy or whatever." And he like follows him.
And he's dumb because Niku like sees him. Niku's like, "Hi, Kaz."
Niku like sings a song. He's like, like through the whole little thing, and that was great. But yeah, he catches him following him, and then he like
if Niku could catch you, anyone else could.
Mm-hmm. But it was great because what Niku did right there was observe him being a spy. That comes back later.
Shush. Yes, and then he goes to the pirates and he's like, "Yo, I want to help you, man. Nothing suspicious about this. Mm-hmm. Why would Dozo bring me down to help you?"
No, he's like, "I'm gonna catch inventory or something like that." And they're like, "You're an engineer, right? Like, let's do something. Like, I need your help." Like, and he's like, "Fix these things. These are battle droids. We need extra security. This makes all kinds of sense, right? Excellent job." And then Niku's like, "Yes, of course, I will be happy to help."
Oh, and there's a battle droid.
Oh yeah, be the B1.
Yeah, and
which is nice. Great.
And he gets all fixed.
And at first, though, he only says Roger.
Roger.
He doesn't say Roger, Roger yet. It's great.
Just a single Roger.
He cannot escape.
What? He can literally open
the door is open like 2 inches, so Echo can see through it. But he feels he doesn't have the strength, and thus he carries his prison. See, like now he wants to leave now that he got in here.
He's a cat, I'm telling you.
Oh, that's why he wants to leave.
Hi, Mama.
Because Mama's here.
It's your mommy.
Yes.
It's your mommy. Come here.
He heard you with his keen senses.
His giant ears.
Ready? Hi, Zoe.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Honey, we're talking about Niku helping pirates.
Niku.
It's going great.
Oh, Niku. Niku is the cutest.
Mm-hmm. I like
he
that
wasn't
he was
helping them, though.
Well, we'll get to that. Okay, so then they're like Sonara's playing darts perfectly for some reason.
Because she's cool, okay?
Her aim is like good at everything.
Yeah. That's just how she be, because she's cool.
Yeah, and then he's like, but she's gonna like blah blah blah, like, I don't know what's going on. Niku's acting weird, and she's like, Kragan's acting weird,
Yeah,
let's discover this together.
Both their bosses are acting weird.
Whoa.
Hey.
Echo senses it.
He knows it's me.
Yeah. Like, I bit her nose once. A few times.
So I think they, like, activate the droids, and
they throw Niku in a shed.
Oh, that's right. They're like, oh, now it's your turn. Thanks for all the help. Bye.
They do that a lot in this show. Just kind of throw people in a box.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of boxes lying around.
Because the other guy threw Kaz in a box.
And then Hype Phazon got thrown in a box, right?
With
Someone else got thrown in a box.
That was the first order, though.
Yeah.
So I guess,
yeah, but I mean, like, there's lots of people just throwing people in boxes.
That's true. A lot of boxes. A lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people in boxes.
So then they have it all. They are going and taking down the Colossus, and they're succeeding, which is kind of scary.
They're having, like, a shootout in the, I like the part where they're, like, shooting outside of the bar, and Big Al's like, meh.
Yeah.
Drinks.
Both of them are like, eh.
They took out, like, pretty much all the security droids that the Colossus has, but it was weird because, like, I'm used to the Clone Wars where they just kind of slice through battle droids like butter, like, all the time. And so it's like, oh, they actually, like, do things.
Right. Well, what happened is nobody had a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Or knew how to use it. So both of those things are important. So, yeah, they were, like, totally took out all the security
I was so
droids.
sad because they took down the turtle boys.
Oh, yeah. And they slowly raised their hands and were like, no. And then, like, Sonara and Kaz go in there, too. And they're like, hey, like, what are you doing? This is not good. And they're like, sorry, Sonara, but you gotta go, too. Boom. In a box. Hey, what's up, Niku? And he's like, don't worry. My plan's all coming together.
They're like, what plan?
I'm sorry, what now? Who plan?
And then B1 comes through. Mm-hmm. They're like, I reprogrammed him to be good. Which, yeah.
And then we're like, what? The B1 is the hero. This is the best.
I hope the B1 is in every episode from now on.
Yeah.
And then they're like having a shootout in the like Captain Doza's like headquarters room.
Yeah, and then Doza's like, "You'll pay for this," because he shoots down like his
like
droid.
ultimate nanny security droid 4D.
4D.
Not to be confused with the 4D.
Oh
that we
yeah,
saw
and then they take
Rise of
over
Skywalker.
the Aces too, which I thought was not weird, but I guess they were chilling. So
they were
like,
just hanging out, and she's like,
Well-
"Man, just ruined my evening."
yeah,
And I don't think we've really seen any of the Aces shoot.
yeah, that's
anything.
true. I think what's his face? The ex-Imperial could probably shoot.
But would he have a blaster on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of need one of those to shoot.
No, just finger guns.
So they capture Doza, and then like
And Yeager. And the droid.
Yeah, and Yeager. And then like a second later, like like Kaz and Niku and Sonara get to the room, and it's like empty. And they're like, "I don't know what to do." And Sonara's like, "I know where they took him."
Yeah.
And so they go back down to like the pirates area, and they have him there.
And Kragan's like, "Dude, like, I want you to call me Captain, because I'm dumb and need that.
I'm the real
You know.
captain.
And then, or else you walk the plank, you know,
I don't think he said
But
walk the plank.
into
but
space."
Yeah.
Which is kind of terrible. I was going to say terrible, but
It's
like,
kind of tarful.
it's kind of terrible. I mixed some words together that also mean terrible.
Okay.
I don't remember what
What
the
was
word
a
was.
What was that supposed
It's
to
like
be?
was it like terrifying and then terrible?
Yeah,
or?
I think so.
Okay, that makes more sense. Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Then-
so that was cool. And then
Do you need
like,
to point out Kaz's excellent aim with the giant stun ring?
Oh my god. I hated that. I was like, dude. He, like, the first 2 times I was like, okay, fine. And then, like, it just kept going. And the guy was, like,
the
dodging
Trandoshan
it.
was like womp 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 weep womp weep womp womp.
Yeah.
Like dodging. That was dodging
Like-
noises, people.
Because, like, lately I've been like, why is Kaz always using stun? I'm like, oh, well, he would have even less of a chance of hitting anything otherwise.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, I got him eventually. And, like, Sonara's like, those were pretty big stun balls.
Yeah, he was like, I'm getting better or something like that.
Yeah. I do like that there is... Well, I knew there was going to be some history between, like, Sonara and the rest of the pirates. But, like, you know, she looks at the other pirate and she's like, we've known each other since we were kids. The other
Right.
the other girl did not care. And Sonara took her down because Sonara's cool.
And also, when Kragan's like, I rescued you from the streets of Vandor or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Vandor?
No.
Yeah.
That's where in Solo, where the train heist and Lando Calrissian hangs out on a cold planet. That's Vandor. Vandor, right?
Yeah, that's
was
Vander. I didn't see many streets there, so I guess she hung out by,
Yeah.
like, the casino.
I don't think we were
Please.
when we were in the city,
No.
wherever the city is.
Or maybe she just hung out by the train tracks. That's something people
Yeah.
do. They
Maybe
just
there
call
was,
it
like,
streets.
2 little streets leading up to that that oak. What do they call it? The lodge or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, leading to where Lando hung out.
Mm.
Yeah, so I thought that was cool. I was like, Vandor. But then I got confused because I was like, wait, isn't that where Boba Fett was? No, that's Vancor.
Like, what's that one? Korriban and Moraban?
Yeah. That was somebody did that on purpose though. His name was George. So,
Yes.
they're captured.
So, yeah, Doza's like, nah, I'm not going to call you Captain.
Then Niku, Sonara, and Kaz get there.
Yeah.
That's where Sonara's
I
like
liked
trying to
when-
reason with him.
I liked when Niku went up to him and he was like, no, sir, you know?
I also like Niku hitting someone with a wrench.
Oh, that was
yeah.
really good too.
And he was like, their head is
explaining
so
the
hard.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't Kaz punch him first though?
Yeah, and then he's like
Yeah.
explaining the science of him.
But he like hurt his hand. He was like, psh.
Well, like his face looks hard.
Yeah,
It's a
it has
weak
little
way.
spiky, bony spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thick skull.
he was like, it took me a lot of, force to impact his head because
Yeah.
his head was extra hard.
Yeah. Trying to think of anything else we forgot throughout the. I don't think we did.
We're rolling through it pretty quick. I like
Let
a
us stop and smell the roses.
Stop and smell the roses of. This is a good one. I like the a lot of the like battle stuff with the battle. It was just good to see battle droids again, but they looked really cool. They were all like rusty and like jacked up. They looked like older than like Kalani looked.
I really related to them on a personal level when they started walking and fell over, you know?
Disappointed.
Love you, Dad. Mm-hmm. My voice. That wasn't on purpose. But...
I definitely like B1.
Yes, he reminds me of that one droid, battle droid in like the Lego.
Yeah, the Freemaker, Roger. His name's Roger.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was like cookie something because like he made cookies.
Yeah, he did make cookies, but his name was Roger. It was like ROGR or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's on Disney Plus, people. We never got to the second season of that.
Yeah, same here.
So
it's not canon.
It's not canon, but it was funny. So when I run out of Star Wars things canon to watch, you know, when this show ends and before Clone Wars, I might roll through season 2 real quick. I just like the part. Okay, now I'm gonna go off on a Freemaker tangent. Like that episode where Dengar jumps out of Cloud City and like uses his little head as a parachute. Like, I can't even describe it. There's one episode and he's locked up in like a tower or something, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna escape. I'm Dengar." And he like slides out of the like prison windows, and then he like stands does a T-pose and like falls back into the city. And then you're like, what is going on? And then he like floop, he takes off his little hand wrap and like it puffs out like a parachute, and he like floats down and like onto a cloud car, and then like steals it.
Oh,
that is amazing. Whoever did that, give that person a raise. Whoever's gag that was. Dengar T-posing. All in.
I think I remember from that show like the Naboo Ship Museum, because it reminded me of the Air and Space Museum in DC. I like that.
Don't know that part. I haven't watched it in a long time. All I remember is Dengar. And Garbala?
The Hutt?
Yeah, what was it? Garbala?
Gardola?
Garbala, I think.
Garbala, right?
Yeah.
Who's the one in episode 1? But my mom lost us to Gardola. No.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it was Gardola.
I just watched episode 1 like a couple days ago.
Right?
Maybe?
Oh, no.
They're too similar.
I think it was Gardula.
Yeah, I think it's Gardula. She
lost
us betting on the pod races. Yeah.
Let me see, I have it. Oh, we could pull up McClunky.
McClunky. Okay,
McClunky is my text tone on my phone now.
McClunky?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And my ringtone is seagulls.
Stop it now. So they're all in there and they're all surrounded, and then like Sonara can't talk any sense into this pirate, and then he's like, get ready to shoot them. And then that's when Niku's like, I don't think so. B1. And then B1 is like, droids stand down.
And they stand down.
And everybody's like, what? It was Niku this whole time. And it's amazing. Because it's 2 seasons. We literally got 3 weeks left in the show. And we finally get to learn. It was Niku the whole time.
I kind of figured, but I also wasn't sure how it was going to go. But Niku was the best spy.
Mm-hmm. It was so funny because even when the show was going on and your mom was watching it, she's like, "Oh, idiot! Why is he fixing that for them?" And I didn't say anything. I was like, "He's nice."
Well, I just figured because Yeager and Doza were talking to him, so I was like, "Oh, he's spying,"
Yeah, I didn't pick up. I was like, "He's just doing something else, unrelated." Not thinking about it. Once he got to the pirates, I totally forgot about what was going to happen, with the other plot of Kaz following him.
They made him drink alcohol.
Oh, that was really good.
They made him chug it.
Yeah.
That was
peer pressure, Niku. With his Nikto buddies.
I hate when they say that. I hate when they go you Nikto or, something. It's weird, because it's like, if you go up to someone and you're like, hey, American.
Yeah.
Hello, fellow African American.
What
it's
up,
weird.
female?
Yeah, it's just weird.
I don't have anything for that. I would say, to be fair, in a place that's a little bit more diverse, you could identify people by their species.
I guess so.
When there's only one Nikto, you could call him the Nikto because he's the only one. He'll know it's him.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, sure, it'd be nice to learn his name, too.
Like, when they were on, I think it was Station to Station, when they were like, oh, you know, it's one human and one Nikto.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But then Tam was like, a Nikto? Huh.
I know a Nikto.
I mean, to be fair, I think that's the only time we've seen the First Order employ an alien.
Yeah.
So, and they didn't even technically employ him, but...
Yeah. Contractors are weird. That happens a lot. Like, especially if you read all the books and stuff. Okay, and that's where he got to do the, like, I'm the spy.
Yeah.
And then Kaz is like, what? You're the spy? And that was the best.
Yeah, and then I think my favorite part, though, is when, you know, they're walking off after capturing they set free the pirates.
They, like, exile them.
Yeah, because Sonara was like, nah, go easy on them.
Get out of here.
And then, you know, Kaz is like, but I'm the spy, how do you do it? And then Niku's like, everything I learned from spying, I learned from you. And I thought that was the sweetest thing ever. And then, but then he's like, you know, if you look naive and clumsy and dumb, and then Kaz is
all
like,
you have to do is look inept and no one will suspect you.
and then Kaz is like, okay, you can stop complimenting me now.
To be fair, that does show that Niku thinks Kaz was only pretending, which is nice and gives him a lot of credit.
Yeah, that's true. He thinks
Nice.
Kaz is...
He thinks Kaz is like the best actor.
He's like, wow, Kaz, you're still keeping up that act for everyone.
You're
Kaz
amazing.
like, yeah.
Look how crappy you made your shooting. I like the idea that, like, okay, let's take that a bit further. Because he was like, why didn't you, I'm the spy. Why did you not, send me? And then he was like, well, the pirates actually like, pirates actually like Niku. Okay. And then
I saw a mosquito. I needed to kill him before he attacked me in my sleep, and then I hit the mic.
And that, dear listeners, is your reward. Real life, son. Real life podcasting. Real sets, practical effects. So, like, they were just like, well, the pirates like him. And I'm like, no, keep going. Also, even if they sent you, you couldn't fix these battle droids. Like, you're not a good engineer. Second of all, that's 2 reasons already before we even get to the spying aspect.
Yeah.
But I thought that was funny. Okay.
I also like the line where Kragan, because Sonara asked about, like, all the citizens of the Colossus, and Kragan's like, oh, they can do whatever they want as long as they stay in line. It's like, that doesn't make... They can't do whatever they want and also stay in line. Yeah. That's not what that means.
That line is very narrow. I have a picture of Ithano's character design.
He looks like not an easy costume, but kind of. Like, it's just simple, but it's cool.
There's not that many pieces.
No.
Like, if you think about it, you're like, okay, I can make a shirt.
It looks like he has a concrete
and a cape
belt.
And a mask and, like...
Concrete belt.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
We should do Ithano, Dad.
I always thought of if I was ever going to do a mask, because he's like 501st approvable. And sometimes they're like, don't you want to do a mask character? And I'm like, Kanan's got a mask. And they're like, well, what about like a clone trooper? Maybe one of the Bad Batch. Well, what about like a stormtrooper? Not really.
Not really.
What about like a First Order or like a bounty hunter? Yeah, those are cool, but none of them have dreads. What about like a mask character that has nothing to do with you, nor does he look like you at all in any way, purpose, or form? Ithano looks pretty cool.
Hondo.
And he also has like that big gun with like the bone at the end of it. Is it? I didn't put that in here. Oh, I put his ship. Apparently they adapted his ship from in the Force Awakens. You can only see the back of it, which is like that shot.
Yeah.
But in Lego Star Wars, like the whole ship was in it. And it kind of looked like this. So what they did is they took the Lego like Star Wars version and then
that's
just sort of like...
That's kind of how I imagined it in the book. Is that...
I always thought it was more like the lander that Leia gets out of.
I thought there was
it just
more
looks like a
room
flat.
on top to walk. Like he was gonna be like kind of an actual pirate-ish ship.
Oh, I see what
You
you're
know?
saying. Yeah, like the other guys,
Yeah, but I don't
like
know.
aquatic in nature.
Yes.
Zoe, have you seen the teaser for the next week's episode?
I have not.
Okay, it's only like 30 seconds.
Do it now.
I don't know if you can access it, but it was on YouTube today. Anyway, this was a good episode. I like the pirates, and now they're gone, dude. So that takes like a whole dynamic of the show.
All of them.
Yeah,
There's
they left
no-
the best one.
Except for Sonara, obviously. So this was a good Sonara episode too, which we haven't gotten in a while.
She's just so cool.
Yeah, she's super dope.
What?
Let's see if I can like throw this link. Here we go. Yeah, you talk while I try to do this.
Ugh.
He said to talk. So
Talk.
this episode.
Yeah, that was to both of you. Nobody answered.
Yeah.
I did a big yawn. My dad gave me a chocolate, like an espresso bean thing, chocolate, and it worked a lot when I was cooking and stuff, but now I'm just slowly crashing.
Okay, Zoe, I just placed a YouTube link under Ivano's ship.
Okay.
If you follow it to the treasure that is the 30-second clip for the next week's episode
Why are
called
you not popping up in the, like, as an anom.
The New World, because she's probably signed into her account.
I'm
Called
on my
The
phone.
New World plus No Places Safe. Go ahead. Let's get the reaction.
Okay. Watching.
Play.
It's not gonna get us
Play it.
copyright anything, right? It's loading.
The Colossus to call home. It's an old rebellion outpost. War's coming for us here.
1 hour.
Yeah.
I think she's the one in charge. Ooh, you're quick. Gotcha, Kaz.
Ah.
Okay, watched.
Okay. Next week looks like it's gonna be good, huh?
Yeah, 1 hour. That's
Yeah. Also,
a lot.
I really like when don't ask me why. I like flying seafood in Star Wars Resistance.
You say flying.
Yeah, there's a lot of good flying seafood. In season 1, there were those weird like speagulls and those lobster crab flying things.
Oh yeah.
Then in season 2, we got the jakusk, jacooked.
Jakusk.
Yeah,
Like it's a jacuzzi, but
the jakus that got jacooked. So I like the animal creature designs, and it looks like we get a whole bunch of that, including some old rebel outpost and some space fights.
and more
okay,
Tam.
Hold on.
There was
hold on.
one
Before
shot
it
of
le-
Tam.
Before it leaves my thoughts,
It already left.
oh no, it's in the Rise of Skywalker. You said something about someone said that the fireball was in the
crap! I don't
Rise of
have the
Skywalker.
I don't have the documentation in front of me.
Was it was it the picture like of the Falcon and then like it's like underneath and it's really tiny?
I do not have I don't think it was a photo. I think they were doing interviews with some of the VFX crew, and I think somebody asked them like, "Hey, is the Colossus in here?" Like from Star Wars Resistance, and one of the guys said, "I don't know if the Colossus is in there, but I know we put the Fireball and a few other ships." So
See, but they could just say that though, because no one's.
that's true.
They could just be like, "Oh yeah, sure, that ship's in there. That's in there." Like
Yeah, go ahead, name a ship.
Yeah,
that's
it's in there. No one's gonna check.
Uh huh. Well, I
People are
think
gonna-
like when the Blu-ray comes out is when we're actually gonna find out what's what. But
Yeah.
Until then,
I just know there's the ghost, and that's really all that
yeah,
matters,
that
right?
was featured. I was really happy. Like, how many times have you seen that?
See, I've only seen it twice because my family would see it while I was at work.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Dark Death.
There's a shot where it's like sort of a POV shot from underneath with lightning in the sky, and in that shot, like very close to the center of the screen, it looks like a Mandalorian like Fang fighter. like kind of like Fen Rao had,
Yeah.
or the the ones that like the Night Brother that Ezra had, that dropped all the night owls out the back.
I'm looking for the fireball.
Okay. I don't think
Sorry.
anybody's found it yet.
I heard someone say the Razor Crest is in there too.
I
but
think everybody
don't-
keeps mistaking that Wookiee gunship for the Razor Crest.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
The one that they pointed out originally, when they were like, see, this is back in the day when that shot was first dropped in that trailer, and they were like, it's the Razor Crest, and I was like, those things are curved. The Razor Crest has like very flat wings. It also might be the Halo. Like if you remember, it wouldn't be Sugi's anymore, and it probably wouldn't be Jazamari's either.
See,
So I don't know whose it would be.
I don't know.
But the Halo from Clone Wars is like a very similar kind of ship.
Yeah.
But I don't remember, like, the curved wings makes me want to say that Wookiee gunship from episode 1 or whatever of Spark of Resistance. So I'm sorry,
Honestly-
Spark of Rebellion? Yeah,
Yeah.
I was right that time.
I don't know. Someone could tell me like any ship is in that scene, and I'd be like, yeah, probably. I don't know.
I mean, I could name 10 ships, and probably 9 of them are in there. We just haven't found them yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'll be like as soon as like the Blu-ray comes out or it's on
Yeah.
Disney Plus or whatever. It'll be like frame by frame. Everyone will like circle every ship.
We shall have a gentleman's accord. Whoever finds the fireball first.
I feel like I found it, but like, hold on.
I feel like
I
you
need-
didn't.
I need your confirmation. So, hold on. So
The other thing
keep
is,
talking.
since it's like not, they don't have any colors really on much of them. So it's sort of like any of them could just be like any random
Yeah.
variation of the same ship.
Whatever it
like,
is,
technically,
gonna
they could
look-
just be like, oh yeah, the Ghost, that's just a VCX 100 of someone else's, you know?
Right. Well,
Which
the ghost
sucks, but-
is painted like the ghost. That was my
Is
thing.
it? I don't know.
Like the ghost has a pretty discernible like orange and green on it.
I mean, we haven't really seen other VCX 100s.
That's
so maybe
true.
they come like that.
Yeah. What did you think of that little teaser for next week's episodes?
It's very fast. It looks
It
I think I said this when the trailer for all of season 2 came out. Those tall aquatic people. Now I haven't played any Legend of Zelda games, but I've seen pictures of them because I have friends that are into them. And the tall green lady thing reminds me of something from that, but I don't know what it is.
Zora's.
They're called Zoras.
Okay.
As a Legend of Zelda person, I shall inform
Me
you.
too.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the ship,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Just talking about the fireball.
What about that one?
You think that's it?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, that looks more like a flat. That looks more like the Halo. Like that's not it. Yeah.
Anything it looks like a Republic thing.
This looks more like a gunship. Like I think that's the one that people think is the Mando ship.
Oh.
See how these are the engines on the wings, and there's a
Yeah,
riveting podcasting for people not looking at this picture.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There was this really cool like long flat like ship that shows up and it's featured in one or two of the shots. And I heard somebody, like one of the guys pointing out like, hey, this ship looks a lot like this design that's not in the movie Solo, but it was in the art book, and it was talking about, the designs for what would have been Enfys Nest ship. Like obviously they tool around on speeders
Yeah.
on the planet,
But they
but
must
they
have
have
a
a ship
ship,
to go
yeah.
back and forth between planets. So like that might be her ship or whoever is Enfys Nest now.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Aquatic people that are Zoras.
Zora's.
Okay.
In many games, you can get Zora's flippers or Zora's scales that allow you to swim.
Or armor.
Zora's armor oh, that's right, armor too. Twilight Princess's armor.
And
I like flippers.
the Breath of the Wild.
And in Link to the Link to the Past. Yeah, Link to the Past. You buy them. You get to Zora and he's like, "I'm Zora. You want the flippers? Yeah, 500
I
rupees."
wonder who chopped off their flippers.
Okay.
Give it to.
Maybe like they just died and they're like, well, we can sell these.
Yeah.
Oh
Chop.
God! Black market. Zora's.
Why else would you swim up this waterfall? Here you go, flippers. I have feet for you. Hello, kind sir. You're here in my waterfall. That must mean you want the feet.
Terrible. terrible.
Quiere patas.
I having issue.
Okay, that was almost a sentence.
I have a issue. An issue. Ready?
Now all together.
So, the senior quote, I need a senior quote, picture, blah, 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 right? Right, Dad?
Right.
Okay. So, I want it to be from Carrie Fisher, right?
Okay.
Wait, Zoe's, what was yours?
My school did not do senior quotes because they did not trust us to be appropriate.
What, what would you have done?
I don't know. I didn't think about it because I didn't have to.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
She's like, nah, less trouble for me.
So I want
You can quote that.
um
More quotes, more problems.
shush. So I want it to be from Carrie Fisher because Carrie Fisher, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a few of them. By a few I mean a lot. Maybe a few. Okay. So the first one, you get to choose what monsters you want to slay. I'm sorry to say this again, but let's face it, the force is with you. I don't want my life to imitate art. I want my life to be art. The only exercise I get lately is running off at the mouth and jumping to conclusions. I don't hate hardly ever, and when I love for miles and miles. A love so big it should either be outlawed or it should have a capital and its own currency. Take your broken heart, make it into art.
That's a good one.
This is one I think Mom really likes. Stay afraid, but do it anyway. What's important is the action. You don't have to wait to be confident. Just do it, and eventually the confidence will follow.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
I do that a lot. Okay. And then I like the one from Last Jedi. Hope is like the sun. If you only believe in it when you can see it, you'll never make it through the night.
Are you taking suggestions?
Yes.
Okay, how about this? The dead speak.
Or the one that Kanan says that I really, 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 really like. In the heart of a Jedi lies her strength.
Good one too, yeah.
What do you think, Zoe?
You said Carrie Fisher
Yes.
and then said not Carrie Fisher quote, so I'm confused. But I like the one that says it's about the action. That one.
Yeah.
That one.
How about until we reach the last edge, the last star, the last opening, and can go no further?
That's good.
That's like my favorite Star Wars anything.
Yeah.
Since I
Or,
found
you
out
know
what
what would be
it meant.
cool? If it's the classic May the Force be with you, but Archek says it. Sad. I'm sad now. Oh,
Sad.
sad.
Very sad. I miss him.
I miss him. Oh. Zoe,
Choking
you
out my own
must-
rage here.
Zoe, you must read the book. Actually, I really like the audiobook. It's really good because I feel like the person who did Vi, or like they did all the voices,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the one who does Vi, I think it was kind of how I expected Vi to
It's
sound.
January Lavoie, I think, right?
January?
The January Lavoie?
I don't know. It's not a funny name, but January.
I think I have it on my Audible and can
Like-
probably check.
She was born, and they were like, "What's your favorite month?" January.
Mm-hmm. Yes, January Lavoie. Yeah, she's really good.
She's cool. She did Phasma too.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
probably kept her as all the Vi.
Yeah.
As all the Vi's. They're like, Vi, are you available this month to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, next week looks like it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for more Resistance. It's about to end. I have spoken.
But I miss him.
I've
Yes.
worked 3 of your human lifetimes to record this podcast.
That's his little rock pile memorial with his hat.
I know. I wish he brought him back to his planet though. Like the planet that he was on resting. That would've
And
been
then you will see how one can earn their freedom through the use of podcasting.
That's okay. Zoe,
Yes.
you done it.
I done it.
Yes.
What did I do?
You do it.
Oh, well, done is past tense, Lizzie. Who learned you? Well, I was Zoe.
I was Lizzie. Who are you, Dad?
I was IG-11 NSing droid.
No. Wait.
I was Sal, P.
Or as Siri says, Periols. Okay.
It's unfortunate.
Thank you for listening to Star Wars Geek Girl.
/ Rogue Rebels.
Yes, / Rogue Rouge Rebels.
Damn it.
May the Force be with you, and good day to you.
Goodbye.
Star Wars Geek Girls. They're geek girls that like Star Wars. And sometimes cry.